The issue with content creation is everyone is doing the same, and this is because a lot of people make content on teaching people how to make content on doing the same. And so everything just feels so generic. And if you are a new content creator, you get confused because you might have different ideas in your head, but you're unable to manifest them because people doing, excuse me, people doing the same thing or doing something tell you to do a particular thing. Let's assume I want to start creating content. Then I am a bit confused because I like to play basketball and guitar and go to the gym and watch anime and skate. And I also have a company where I sell online courses, but I have a software that provides reseller hosting and domain that uses AI to build websites. And so I am a bit confused. Then I do my research, and every creator I see tells me that I should pick one thing. But I don't want to pick one thing because I do everything. And so when I go with the advice, before even going with the advice, don't let me jump. I keep searching for whose advice to take because I don't want to pick one thing. And this is a story of my journey because I don't want to pick one thing. Why should I pick one thing when I do everything? When I started my content, I used to post across so many social media platforms because I was posting different things across all platforms. Because although that is stressful, I'd rather do that because I don't want to pick one thing. And so I will post the different things I do across so many platforms. And this was exhausting. This was very exhausting. On Instagram, my personal account, I will post my personal life and the things I do, but aesthetic videos. On YouTube, Miss Academy, because everyone says YouTube needs to have a specific type of quality, I try to post a specific type of quality of video, and not just quality in resolution, but quality in standard and structure. You have to be very organized. Then TikTok, people say talking head videos go viral the most, and I also felt exhausted. So I was trying to post that on TikTok, and this was draining me. Funny how that is what I do right now, but in a more structured way. Let me get to the story. And so I resented my content because I felt like I wasn't giving it my all because I can't pick one thing. And posting across several platforms is exhausting. And so what did I do? I decided to keep reinventing my content style. And rather than listening to people about speaking one thing and speaking to one thing, or speaking one thing and talking about one thing, I decided to make content about everything I do. And the funny part is, I wouldn't consider myself a content creator, but I realized that I actually make content sometimes for the purpose of entertaining or educating my viewers. But then, the majority of the videos I post aren't content. I can say that 95% of the videos I make are just me recording events that are happening in my life or around me. So I don't think I am creating anything. I don't think I'm creating a content because I am just recording my life. Then at some point, I called myself a content documentator, meaning I am documenting the things happening around me or to me. But now that I am making this video, I realize that I actually make content sometimes with the hope of educating, empowering, or entertaining you guys. And so, what am I? I am just a man on the internet trying to reach the lives of millions of people, trying to touch their lives and trying to empower them by selling courses to them on Misfit Academy, by sharing the little knowledge I have with them, by giving them free courses, by loving them and entertaining them. And I realized that my biggest goal in content creation, which is the terminology I will use for the sake of explanation, my biggest goal is for me to help people and change lives, then to sell courses. That is it. And I realized that rather than picking a platform and sticking to it, why not pick all platforms? Because when you think about it, all social media platforms, they all lead back to the internet. And the goal is to be known on the internet so that I can change lives. So if the goal is to be known on internet in order to change lives, then I came to a conclusion that why not post as many content as possible on the internet? That way I am in circulation. Well, so far so good. That hasn't worked, or that hasn't worked because I'm not viral and no one knows me, even from my lack of virality. Because you don't need to be viral before people know you on the internet. But guess what? Now that I am doing the type of content I like, I am enjoying it more. And I know you might be trying to fit in my train of thoughts together. What I'm trying to tell you is I like content creation, I like content documentation, but I don't like that people keep telling me to pick one thing because there are so many reasons why I am making content. That is one. And two, there are so many things I want to do on the internet. There are so many things I want to be known for, not just a particular style or structure. And so I decided to create content in my own way so I can enjoy the creative process. And also remember, I am trying to create a community so as to sell courses, so as to empower people. I hope my explanation has been able to decipher who I am and the type of content I create. If not, in layman terms, the type of creates the type of content I create is my real life. And so I will tell you that when you yourself want to create content, you don't need to do what everyone else is doing. You are an artist, and it is your duty to create your art and express it the way you want. I took a course on Caleb Rostin talking about personal branding. I saw, or I heard rather, his name on an Instagram video, and I decided to research him and watch his video on branding. Caleb Rostin spoke about having one core identity your brand is known for, but within that core identity, you can now be also known for several things, which is true. I am Missit Academy. I sell online courses, but I want to be known for several things, like the guy that loves basketball, although I have not played in months, the guy that loves to skate, the guy that loves to play his guitar, the guy that loves listening to music, the guy that loves family, and there are so many other things. I have scripted all this, but I wouldn't call it script. I would call it essay. And I think when I started the video, I said that guys have written an essay. And so this was what I gave my child to practice. I just said, and this was what I gave my child to practice. I'm dozing. I'm operating on 4 hours worth of sleep. And yesterday, 3 hours, few minutes. The day before then, I think 4 to 5 hours. So my sleep has been very bad because my visa is about to expire and I'm trying to just work hard. But I think I'm using it as a fuel to work harder because I should have been working this hard. But I'm only working this hard right now because my visa is about to expire. That is crazy. Also, when I doze off lately, it's like I'm entering a trance. And I think the reason why I'm trying to remember their names, people into hypnotics can hypnotize you is because of sleep. Let me take that again, please. Hypnotics are able to hypnotize you at the point whereby you are just about to fall asleep. Because whenever I'm dozing and I'm about to like, there's this face that is very short between being awake consciously and falling asleep when I'm dozing while doing something, not when I'm trying to sleep at night. Please note this. This is very important. It never happens, or rather, I have not ever experienced it while trying to sleep properly on the bed, but I experience it when I'm dozing off while working. So right now, when I was dozing off, it was like for a very tiny split second, there was a realm between being awake and being asleep. And it felt like a sting in my eye because it was like I wanted to break open into a realm of not being asleep, not being awake. No, why am I laughing? That is literally what I felt. And then the next thing I said was train my child. Two things. One, guys, I need to start manifesting in the realm of prophecy because fortune tellers are prophets. And it's about your human, sorry for jumping around, it's about your human having a form of spiritual energy. Then you can either harness it to being a Christian or aligning with God, or you can use it to align with the devil. But that spiritual energy is a neutrality within you. I think, no, don't think that is wrong. Why? Because I do think I might be able to use it to manifest in the power of darkness, but it is infinitely stronger than it is infinitely stronger when I'm with God. What am I talking about? I think I have some insane amount of spiritual energy. Don't mind me. Back to what I was talking about. Where was I? Oh my god. Train my child. For a second, it was like I was trying to talk to a child for a second year. I think I timed jumped. No, no. I wasn't trying to talk to a child. I was remembering my students. That was a lie. That was me trying to sound fancy for the internet. Apologies. No, that was not true actually. I wasn't trying to sound fancy. I was just trying to properly deduce my thoughts. And it's not trying to sound fancy because sometimes I feel like I have premonitions whereby take a glimpse into the future. Crazy. But that one was for my students whom I am meant to teach today. This is why my content style diverses a lot because I have been rambling since, but I'm not rambling. I really enjoy these talks that I have, but I'm scared that I might never go viral with this because how many people would take their time to watch this video? This video may eventually become 2 hours long or maybe 1 hour. I tend to talk a lot when I'm enjoying what I'm talking about. That was true because for a second, the entire living room felt like a Polaroid picture. It was like, say cheese. There is an occurrence happening that I've been not talking about. As a matter of fact, now that I've been talking for quite some time, the voices I've been hearing, they've reduced. Call me delusional, but I think demons like to hear me talk. That's why they tell people to open a YouTube channel because the talking gives them something, not necessarily because they like hearing you talk, but because it calms something in them. Please talk to us so that you can talk about us because we are in bondage. Hmm. That second part came out few seconds late because I took my time with it to see there is a snake in my living room. I thought I killed it yesterday, or at least chased it away. No, they bá mi pa. What do I do? It even manifested itself so strongly this morning that I could have sworn I heard it next to this carton, and I thought it was a rat. Or was that a rat? What's the pain here? What do I do? I need momentum. Before moving, I heard the voice is sorry, Joe. Why does it take so much time for God to answer a prayer? You think after praying, the snake should be dead. And it's like, okay, that okay was not me. I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. And I can't even be tired because no one is coming to save me. This content. I'm going to post this on. Ugh, screw it. Listen to my academy. Yes, everything you see is me acting. I think there is a demon in my fucking living room and it's a snake. I keep saying snake because when I was in Manchester, one white woman told me to kill the snake. And since then, I've been hearing hisses sometimes. But I've been hearing voices even before the woman, and mostly the flies. I see like flies in the living room, but not just in this living room, in different places, and not just around me, even around people. Anyways, I'm just gonna read the scripts because I don't have time for all this rubbish. Which is crazy because it's the spirituality of things that transcends into the reality of things. I hate my life because why am I going through all this? Anyways, learn to discover yourself and make your own type of content. Today, I wrote a to do list, and the first thing was to debunk Caleb Ralston, although there is nothing to debunk because he's not wrong. When he said, pick one universal thing to talk about, then let every other thing you talk about revolve around it. I plead the blood of Jesus. Here I wrote, make content debunking Caleb Ralston and the common conception that you need to talk about only one thing. This thing just said, I can only pray. And if I pray that much yesterday and the snake is not dead, then I don't think the snake is going to die. Because I don't believe in somebody praying 50 billion times before something happens. Bro, I'm meant to do it once and it's meant to take effect immediately. So as a Christian, tell me how I will not doubt God's existence or his power when I already prayed yesterday and I have to still pray today. Because if you go to the gym yesterday, you still go to the gym today. But that is the gym and that is a physical thing. Spiritual things are meant to transcend human thinking. Or maybe not. Maybe spiritual things are just overrated. Like anytime snake sneaks into the house when I was in Nigeria, I don't have to tell my dad, Dad, please come and kill the snake for me twice before he kills the snake. Kills it straight up at once. When I tell him, Dad, there is a snake here, which most times my sister even sees the snake. My sister tells my dad, there's something behind me, Lord of Jesus. My sister tells, Daddy, there's a snake in the there was one time there was a snake in the living room. Dad, there's a snake in the living room. Dad came, blah blah blah, kill the snake. Go. That's it. And she have to say, Dad, there's a snake, and my dad will be like, shout harder or tell me harder. That's a fake father. One time too, there was a snake in front of our room. My sister saw it, called my dad, Dad, snake. Came downstairs. No, not downstairs. We're still downstairs there. Came from his room. Boom. Killed the snake straight up. So one time we were outside. Actually, my dad is very strong. The other time we were outside, there's a snake passing, and then this man killed the snake with his feet. But he was wearing a shoe, and then pop, 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 matched the head of the snake. Snake dead, straight up. I think there was one time too, my mom saw the snake at the backyard. I think this time it was even my mom that told me the story. Saw the snake at the backyard, called my dad, came out, killed the snake straight up. So when you're asking your father to do something for you, you don't ask twice. You ask once and he does it immediately. And not just immediately, he does it with speed. Especially something that is life threatening. That is your father, person that loves you. Even if you be rude to your father, dude, you should see the way my sister talks to my father. I should not be saying this for the internet, but they fight a lot. But my sister is very mean. She's my sister, even if she's that's the thing. I'll protect the world from I'll never talk about anybody like this on the internet. But even my mom and my dad, but I can talk about my sister like this because I don't care. That I don't think that's bad because it's my sister. And I'll just apologize to her. She will insult me and we'll fight. But I'd rather talk about like this too because I feel like it will make a change. And yes, that is real. Someone just came downstairs and I said you will change. And I start singing. Everyone in this country is connected by a serpentine spirit. And the voice just said, Ubu, Samiro, bless you. So it's more than a serpentine spirit, it's also a genie. So I'm just living in Beverly Hills, or is it Beacon Hills? Even with the way my sister hacks to my dad. My sister will never say, Dad, there's a snake somewhere. My dad will take less than zero point 0.1 second to respond. The travel time might be longer than zero point 0.1 second because it's not a speedster. But as soon as he hears that there's a snake, he stands up and he acts on it straight up. And he doesn't act on it to, oh, let me come and take a picture of the snake and see what it looks like. No, comes to kill with the intention to kill straight up. Here I am with the demon in the living room. It keeps crawling around. Prayed last night. Should be dead. That's what your fathers do. You don't beg your father more than once. You don't even need to beg. On a normal day, if my father sees there's a snake around, we kill it. We don't need to tell him that there's a snake unless he doesn't see it. Let's say God does not see it, which is crazy because his eyes is meant to be everywhere. He's meant to have killed it. And yes, you can't be telling me maybe because you're not consecrating yourself because dude, I'm a human being, you made flesh. You take accountability for your actions. And you send Jesus as an accountability, then let the presence be around 24/7. Take accountability or destroy the entire world. Even God doesn't want to take accountability. Take accountability. Yeah, I'm also accountable for my safety. No, I am accountable for my safety too. But if God is the one that will still fight it, because how the fuck do I kill a spiritual snake? I can't do shit. So if God is going to be, if I'm meant to take accountability for it, I still have to go to God. How can I even trust a father that would abandon me because of my sins and iniquities? That is no father. But this is where I'm like, oh my God, it's blasphemy. But like, it's just, these things are common sense. Ha! Demons don't care, bro. Everything I've just said now, you're just going through one here and coming out through the other here. And it's like, okay, who gives a fuck? Torture him. Maybe that's why they said they're very wicked. Like, a lot of people see things from a very linear perspective, but try and think deeply about things for a second. You just need to think about things deeply and from fucking demon over there said slowly, you're mad. No fucking lie. It was left to me, and I was able to attain a level of spirituality. I will eradicate all of you. God or demon or use all of you get the fuck out of my planet. None of you, none of you do my bidding. Not do my bidding well. Make a deal with the devil. Devil gives you 1 ounce of gold, takes £1 billion in order in return. You make a deal with God, He will give you so many contradictory things. Everything will just be contradicting. Then they will tell you that that's an ultimate plan, but they will never tell you the ultimate plan. And then you just try to fuck up with your mental health. You guys are kind of the same. Just using humans for your bidding. But then again, Jesus said we are gods too, so I guess there's some bigger thing, some idiot demon said today. So what? I'm not God? That's what the Bible fucking said. This one will not get me paid right now. So I'm going to stop yapping it and go and make the content for Forex that will get me paid. But I will complete my to-do list. So I'm stopping this here and I'm making it again. And this time I will stick to the script. That's why you see that my content cannot be the content creation. My content cannot be based on what I learn from content creators on the internet because I have a lot of shit going on and I need to talk about it. So yeah, like and subscribe for more insane topics that is actually not insane, but is real.